G'day guys, John here, Chief Instructor with FPV Australia. I thought I would do this quick video. I want to tell you about a very important product that we've come across and we've now partnered with. And I've mentioned it before in our webcasts and some emails and so forth. It's a product called AVCRM, AVCRM. What this is a full compliance management software. So for those of you who are certified, who've got a ReOC, as you know, you've got paperwork. Okay, you've got job safety assessments and you've got flight logs and time in service logs and flight authorization forms and all that stuff, right? That's all probably done manually now. The standard manual template that comes out with CASA that we do for all of our ReOC clients, it's all manual paperwork, PDF forms and whatnot else. And the biggest complaint I hear from pilots is that the paperwork sucks. Well, it doesn't have to suck anymore because this software called AVCRM, it's all in the cloud, makes your life easy. It'll take your compliance management, as in fill out all your paperwork from what could take you half an hour down to literally minutes. It's compliant across. It's accessible across laptops, iPads, even iPhones. So if you're out in the field and you need to get and do a job safety assessment in the field, you can do it on your phone. Not just an iPhone, it could be an Android device. It's all online. I could sit here and talk to you about it forever, right? But what I'd like to do is mention a couple of things first, and I'm going to show you the product. We've teamed up with AVCRM. We believe in this product so much, and they've helped us out. We're going to give anyone who signs up, today's the 7th, right? So if you're watching this today, it's the 7th of August. If you sign up with the email I'm going to send you, we're going to give you 30% off straight up. And then we're also going to give you a full set of manuals, because we need to redo your manuals for the AVCRM. Fully done, no extra charge to you. We will do that for nothing. So I know I said I wouldn't spam you, but I'm going to send you an email. All the guys that have trained with me, all my clients, you're all going to get an email from me about AVCRM. It's going to have a link there with a coupon to get you 30% off. Go and have a look at it. It's really worth it. Don't take my word for it. I'm going to show you it now. We'll have a quick look. There's a lot to this software, but I'll give you a quick rundown on how we would do a standard job safety assessment. Let's take a look at that now. Okay guys, so when you log into AVCRM, you're greeted with this dashboard. Excuse me, this is an account that I've got set up for some testing, so there's nothing in here, so it's a blank slate, but I'm going to show you pretty much what happens from an operational point of view. There's so much to this application, I could sit here and talk to you about for the next hour about it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through what would generally happen during a job safety assessment, a JSA. That's what most people want to know. How do we do a JSA? Firstly, on the left-hand side, this is the operational menu that you'll use from day to day for job management creation, your work manager and overview. We've got access to air services in NAPES and stuff down here. We'll get to that. On the right-hand side over here is the back end. This is where all of your setup happens. So you'd set up your aircraft and your bases, and you might have an office in a couple of different states. Who your clients are and any batteries you want to put in there, all that sort of stuff, and users, all happens over here. That's the back end. But let's have a look at an everyday thing. You want to create a job, and this is where AVCRM comes into its own. It's designed to cut down on the time and the palaver that goes into it. So let's have a quick look. Jobs manager, we're going to create a new job. So we'll just call this test job. The good thing about this too is it's got a little tick box here. So when you do have your actual account, if you tick this box, you can go in and play around and create jobs, and it's not going to be recorded against all the stats. It'll allow you to delete it and nothing hangs around. So you're not putting flights into aircraft that have never actually flown because you're just playing with it. But that's good. So over here, then we select the date. The good thing about this is it's a calendar pick and you can pick the time, so no punching in manually, just point and shoot. Everybody's happy. We'll leave it as it is for now. Clients, I've got a test company in here. If you're a client, it's a new client, on the fly. Put all your details in, everybody's happy. They'll pick that. Pilot in command, in this particular instance, there's only me in this software, but if you've got 3 or 4 pilots and you've set them up back up here in setup, they'll all be listed. You pick which pilot. Or if the pilot himself is actually logging this job and you're the chief controller, he'd pick himself, and away you go. The RPA you're going to fly, I've got only one in here, a test at the moment, but if you had multiple aircraft, they'd all be listed, and they would all have, they would be listed, and if one of them's out for maintenance, it wouldn't be listed. Again, you set all this aircraft up in here under aircraft, which I won't go into too much detail there. It's all been set up in the back end. When you get started, you'll set that up. A location, I'm going to say, I don't know, Goulburn, New South Wales, that'll be good. A maximum height of 400 feet, and this is going to be a farm shoot. We're going to shoot farms crops, so farm shoot, beautiful. Now, this is where it gets all the nitty gritty happens. This is the engine room. In this instance, I'm going to type in Goulburn, New South Wales. You type in the actual address of your location, but for now, I'm just going to type in Goulburn, New South Wales. It drops me there. There's my little locator. I'm going to move it over to, I don't know, move it over to here, to this bit of property here. This looks pretty good. We'll dump it right there. Great. So there's my property. We're just going to pretend this is a farmhouse, and I'm shooting this guy's crops. There we go. Beautiful. So, as the pilot, I want to tell the chief controller, or if you are the chief controller, chief pilot, you might want to put on here where you're going to fly and where you're not going to fly. So if your client or someone asks, you've got detail to show exactly where the drone's going to fly. So over here, we can create zones. So we're going to call it a fly zone, or maybe you want to call it ops zone. We'll make it green. We'll create a polygon. So now on here, I'm just going to click around the paddock that I'm going to fly the drone in, and that's where we're going to fly. That's now the ops zone. I also want to show them I'm not going to fly over here. Maybe this is a paddock where he's got lambs and they've just had lambs. You're not going to go and disturb the livestock. So we're going to create a red exclusion zone. We're going to call it ops. We're going to call it no fly. And we'll of course make this a polygon as well. And we're going to say this paddock over here is a no-fly zone. So we've got, I don't know, something over here that we do not want to be flown. Now, if you didn't quite get the shape right, you can actually go in and you can play with the shape. How good's that? When you're happy, click OK. So that's where we're not going to fly. You can put landing zones, alternative landing zones, you can do whatever you like. Let's leave it at that for now. Now, underneath this is the airspace calculator. This is really cool. This is where we're located on the map. There's a little machine that tells us that we are in Class G non-controlled airspace. And underneath that, the default radius here is 10 kilometers. It tells us what's within 10 kilometers of our op. We can actually make that bigger if we like and drop it out to 20. We'll calculate that. There we go. We've got a gliding club that is 15 kilometers away. But we can see that we're within 3.7 nautical miles of Goulburn. So, because we're inside the 10 knots, Goulburn's probably got a CTAF. Lo and behold, yes it does. The radio frequencies all around here. It even gives us the Melbourne Centre frequencies, but we're only interested in the CTAF because, right, we're inside 10 knots. We'll add that to the job. Excellent. Airspace. Well, we know we're in Class G, so we'll add that as well. Beautiful. So we've got Class G non-controlled. We've got our frequency for Goulburn CTAF. Any emergency contacts we want to put in here, we can put them in now. It's bolded red at the moment because there isn't anybody in here, so you could go and add one. Now we move down to our JSA, just like you would normally on your paper-based JSA. Maps and charts available on check, yes we have. And we start going through the items. The ability to maintain 30 metres from the public, yep, we've checked that and we can. We can even put a note in here and say, private land, no public. Now for those of you that have sat through my training courses, remember how I was telling you put the little number 1 and then you put the 1 in the footnote? Well, this is those footnotes. How good is that? You can even add photos if you wanted to, or you can even go and put place markers in and around the job as well. So there's so many options here, it's great. So anyway, let's just go and tick all these as if we've gone through them all. As a standard JSA, you can add notes along the way and do whatever you've got to do. Everybody's happy. So that's the standard JSA that you'd get in your manuals. Once we're finished doing all our JSA checks, the weather's all good, you've gone away and checked all the weather and everybody's happy, you sign it and you save it. If you are the only pilot within your organisation, you're now going to get an email because you're the chief pilot, or if this is one of your pilots that's submitting this because you've got 4 or 5 of them on your books, the chief pilot's going to get an email. If we look at the dashboard now, you'll see that there's one has been submitted. And if we click on that, we can see that it's here pending, waiting approval. So you're the chief pilot, you've come in, or you're the only pilot, you come in and we're going to go and approve. It's a 2-stage process to approve. We click the approve button, it's going to give us the review of the job so we can see what's going on. Oh look, it's a test job. What base was it at? Well, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Hobart, depending where you are. For larger organisations that might have deputy chief pilots, this comes in really handy. The status is currently at pending, so we'll leave that for now because we're going to go through it and we'll approve it later. Let's go through. Yep, there's the RPA. Now maybe you didn't want him to use that RPA. You could change it to a different one. It's completely up to you. This is the breakdown of the job. It's all
the stuff that was put in during the job safety assessment, including the emergency contacts being empty. And now here are the greens. And you can go and see the note that's been highlighted. Go and read what the pilot said. Oh, great, private land. That's how he's going to stay 30 metres from the public air. Everybody's happy. So you can scroll through, check all them, make sure everybody's happy. There's the pilot's signature. You could put some extra comments in if you are the chief pilot. Add any attached files if you've got, approvals or approval letters from military airspace or whatever, like, you can attach. All good. Then you as chief pilot sign it. You save those changes now because you might have made some extra bits and pieces, and now you want to actually approve the job. Hit the approve button. Bingo. The job now disappears because it's gone into the approved state. If you go back to the dashboard now, you'll see that there's one job has recently been approved. And here it is there. You can see that it's been approved. Everybody's happy. So under Job Manager now, Manage Jobs, you'll see the job is here waiting to start. And this is the good thing. This is what I really like about this software now. It's not just in there and in the ether and away you go and do your job. You turn up on site. Everybody's happy. You click the start button on the job. It says, do you want to start this job? You say yes. And lo and behold, when you set your aircraft up, you set up pre-flight checklists for that particular aircraft, and here they are right here. So now you've got your pre-flight in your hands. Remember, all this is available from a tablet or a smartphone. So how good is this? Have you checked the batteries? Yes. Again, you can put notes in for any specific items about that. The batteries all checked. Depending on each of your aircraft, you can have individual pre-flight checklists for each different aircraft. So we go through, yep, controller batteries, we've checked the frame, the gimbal's all good, any lights that are on it, the motors are all checked, props checked, yada, yada, yada. So that would be the pre-flight checklist for that particular aircraft. Hit the save button. The job is now running. Note the status is running. So we go away, we do the job, we've been there an hour, fast forward an hour, and you can come back in and view it anytime you like. You can download the PDF and do whatever you like with that. Let's say we've finished the job now. We're going to hit finish. Oh, you want to finish the job? Well, lo and behold, just as we had pre-flight checklists, we've also got post-flight. And in here, you would put your time for your batteries and all that sort of stuff. Because I've just stopped it, the run time's really short. But anyway, we'll move on. Here's your post-flight now. Post-flight for that particular aircraft. The aircraft's been checked, the battery's been checked, the airframe's been checked, the gimbal's been checked. Yep, motors, happy days, undercarriage checked, everybody's good. Were there any defects? Nah, no defects. If you found a defect, you'd add it here now. Save changes, and the job, oh, look, value is required. Oh, what was the weather like? The weather was fine. Beautiful. Save the changes. The job now completes. Everybody's happy. If we go back to manage jobs, you'll see now that it's in the completed state. Job summary, empty, nothing there because it's gone, it's finished. Go up to complete, you'll see it listed as a completed job. All the logs have now been updated, the pilot's logs have been updated, the flight logs for the aircraft's have been updated, the battery logs have been updated, the checklists have seen there to be checked. So everything's done. That's it. Walk away, job done. No more paperwork to file, no bits of paper floating around the cabin of the truck as you drive home. It's done, it's finished. And everybody's happy. As I said down here, just before we finish up, air services, you've got full access to NAPES. You can log in here for NAPES and get full briefings, NOTAMs, weather, last light, first light, all the normal stuff you get in NAPES. It's just a login straight to the back end. You can even create NOTAMs if you think you need to create a NOTAM, and you can send this off, and it will give it to you in the proper template that they're expecting, which is great. You've got a document library here, so you can put documents, attach documents into the library, your manuals and whatnot, for instance. You've got inventory for spare parts, motors, and whatever else. I mean, the list goes on. You can even get a weather, a bomb radar of. There you go. There's the bomb radar currently for Mount Gambier. It's a bit raining here today. You've got access to the CASA Part 101. I mean, the list goes on. This software is outstanding, and honestly, it will save you so much trouble and so much pain and anguish. No more paperwork. CASA are already approving manuals with it. We're really excited. We love it. So get on. If you want to have a trial, let me know. So there you have it. It looks, and it is as easy as it looks. It's lineal. You make your way down the page. It's a no-brainer. I mean, don't do manual paperwork anymore. And it is not expensive when you think about what you're getting.
If you're a sole pilot or you've got a company with multiple pilots, it doesn't matter. This software is outstanding. As I said, I'm going to give you 30% off, and I'm going to give you a whole brand new set of manuals. We'll redo them all for you to fit the AVCRM software in, so you don't have to worry about that. If you've trained with us, you'll get that. If you haven't trained with us, you can still contact me anyway. I'll look after you. You'll get an email from me shortly. In there will be the links. I'll put the links in the bottom of the video here as well. So in case you don't get the email or your email's changed or whatever, I'll put the email, all the details I should say, in the bottom of the video here. So if you've got any questions, same rules apply, right? You can find me, John, at fpvaustralia.com.au, training at fpvaustralia.com.au will get you into the office. A lovely Chantel will pick that up. You can phone us on 0261128551 or find us on the web, fpvaustralia.com.au. Honestly, check this software out. If you are a certified pilot with a ReOC, don't be using cumbersome paperwork stuck in filing cabinets anymore. This is your solution. And if you're wondering how we get paper out, if CASA asks you for an audit, you can export everything out in PDFs. Honestly, it's a no-brainer. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Happy to help. If you are flying a drone in the immediate future, please, as I always say, do so safely and responsibly. Until next time, safe skies to all. Enjoy.